Hey everyone, welcome to the weekly property tip from Burke & Smythe Real Estate. Today we have Stephanie C, a fellow colleague in the residential sales team, but Steph specialises in lifestyle and larger acreage. Thanks for joining us, Steph.
Oh, good.
Today, obviously, speaking about exactly that, all things that are a little bit larger than the residential. Lifestyle and small acreage has probably been the most popular, I'd probably say in the last 18 months. How have you seen it from your point of view?
The lifestyle and small acreage has definitely been very busy. Summer months we actually saw basically 29 sales in the Tamworth Regional Council area. So that was quite well taken from the marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
Many of them moving quite quickly as well, so many not even hitting the market or being seen by the general public, just coming into agencies and getting sold before being advertised. So quite positive and a good spread in pricing as well. So some still sitting around that 700,000, going all the way up to basically the 2 million mark. So quite a few though now hitting up in the 900 to million plus. So definitely a sought after sector of the marketplace.
Yeah. And when we say lifestyle, we talk 2,000 metres, small acreage, we talk what, up to about 10?
Up to about 50.
Yep.
So those 5 acre blocks, highly sought after.
Yep. I'm a city sticker, all good. And obviously pricing has been pretty healthy in that too, as you just mentioned.
Yeah.
So big demand. Obviously if you're after that, make sure to register your interest with us, as we've got an email system that can alert you when we do list anything. Onto the biggest stuff, so larger acreage and farms, so obviously anything over 50 acres?
Anything over 50 acres upwards, so up to 1,000, 2,000 acres. If not bigger. So again, summer saw roughly about 15 of the established properties selling, so quite good. Again, many of them selling basically off market, so coming into agencies' books and getting sold before they basically get advertised. And a lot of that has been people relocating to the area or extending their farms. So and again, pricing anywhere from basically the mill mark upwards. Very, very rare now to see basically 100 acre blocks coming in under that mill mark, maybe squeezing a few at the 900s.
And also, I guess you've had in particular a lot that have been on the boundary of development, and that obviously has pushed that price as well.
Yeah, there has been a few development blocks go, and they're definitely seeing some good prices, seen around that 2 mil for quite a few of those development blocks, but certainly the lifestyle blocks, the 200 to 400 acres, quite highly sought after at the moment. Certainly they're achieving well around that 2 mil as well, and going up to sort of the 3.5 easy, depending on their location.
Certainly healthy. We've come out of a drought. We were in a drought for 4 or 5 years, and it was hard, obviously, and obviously then into COVID, and then to have this happen, crazy outcome.
Thankfully, COVID didn't have too much of an impact. So the rural sector definitely kept moving nice and quickly, and didn't really feel too much of the burden. Basically the drought had a big impact though. So coming out of the drought, as soon as we saw that break, there was high demand for livestock as well back in the markets. So that's really pushed the premiums on that side of things. That growth has then allowed people to be able to expand their capital and definitely look at expanding their properties portfolios as well, extending on to neighbouring properties. So again, a lot of people trying to basically step into the neighbours' blocks, and that's where a lot of the off markets came in. But also a lot of people looking for after the drought as well that were all living in different areas and wanted to move to Tamworth. So they saw that Tamworth held fairly well during the drought. They didn't feel it quite as bad as other areas, and we recovered quite quickly. So basically we saw one of the greatest turnarounds very quickly, and we had good security. We also had a good security that they had opportunities for off-farm income as well coming out of the drought or through the drought. They didn't have to rely solely just on their property income.
And obviously full dams and green everywhere, it looks fantastic as well, which is great.
Definitely.
Now, crystal ball stuff, obviously we won't hold your word to it, or you can if you want, but prediction for the remainder of the year?
Preferably don't hold my word to it, but definitely looking good. Obviously, we all know the weather can take its turn quite quickly, as we've already seen this year.
Absolutely.
But definitely looking good. So one of the big factors have seen moving in the last year is a lot of people relocating. So making the move from Sydney, wanting that lifestyle opportunity, whether it's small acres through to large acres, and again making the move even from Queensland and basically central New South Wales or western New South Wales out back into Tamworth. So prediction for the rest of the year is that while we're still seeing a good season, definitely things are going to keep moving ahead. If we go back into a drought sort of situation or we have impacts like that, then that can definitely basically impact the larger acreage.
Yep.
But certainly 50 to 100 acre blocks, they seem to be fairly safe going on forwards from here, primarily being just relocation. So prediction for the rest of the year, I think going forwards we're just going to see the 100 acre blocks, well, or not see them because they're still very rare as anything, but they'll still continue going on quite quickly, and same with the large acreage.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, there you go, guys. Obviously, thanks, Steph, for joining us. If you are on a lifestyle or larger acreage, obviously feel free to contact Steph. We'll have some details below so you can contact her. If you're watching our newsletter, thanks again. If you do not want to receive the newsletter, there's an unsubscribe button down the bottom. If you're watching on YouTube, there is an alert button there, and if you are enjoying these property tips, hit that alert button and you will receive a little alert, pretty much, when we post the next video. Thanks again. We'll see you next week for the weekly property tip.
Bye.